Hello everyone, this video is a part 2 kind of to the Black Ops 2 video I made a couple days ago. I'm just going to be trying to get as far as I can on World at War Reese with bad guns, except this time I will be allowing to myself to use the bad wall guns because there's not that many guns in the box on World at War. So if I didn't, I'd be stuck running the exact same 2 or 3 different guns because there's hardly any guns in the box on World at War. And here's the list of guns on the screen. I knew this would probably be the hardest version of this challenge just because the bad guns in World at War are actually pretty bad, except for maybe the Panzerschrek once you upgrade it, but it's still a big risk. And then I got the Kar98K from the box. Another thing about a lot of these guns is they don't have much ammo, and some of them aren't even that great for damage. And in World at War with mid-round dogs, you really need something that's good for damage. And ignore what you just saw on screen. I definitely didn't die, that was glitch, I lagged. But on to my next attempt. And I decided to actually buy the Kar98K this time instead of having to spin it from the box. And I know that there are some guns that some people may consider bad in the box, like maybe the bar, but I've used that thing a decent bit, and it's actually not that bad. If there is any other guns that could be on this, you can put them in the comments, but the ones that I put on this are the ones that I genuinely think are not that great. And also, from some comments in the last video, I just want to say that these guns in the videos might not be the worst guns in history, but I'm just trying to use the worst guns in the game that I'm playing. I'm not trying to find these actual worst guns in zombies history, just the worst ones that are on the actual map I'm playing. And I kept spinning the box hoping for a Panzerschrek, I guess, because that's probably the best worst gun. And enjoy this clip of me letting a ray gun go away in the box while I'm holding an M1 Carbine and a Kar98K. And then I got the Panzerschrek, probably the best gun that I can actually use for this challenge. Only thing is that if you've ever used this thing in World at War, you know the splash damage on this thing is terrible, really bad. Walking into this challenge, I knew the dogs were going to be the biggest challenge of all, and I found out the Panzerschrek does not one-shot the dogs on round 7, so I had to kill them with the carbine, and those things were actually very hard. And then after setting up Pack Punch, I decided to Pack Punch the Panzerschrek because it's pretty useless, not Pack Punch. And once you do Pack Punch it, it's full auto, just like the RPG in Black Ops 2, but the splash damage on this is pretty bad, but it also gives it a lot better mobility, so it is actually kind of useful. So right here, I was just kind of trying to find a viable training strat for these early rounds, because I'm actually not that good at the Reese. My highest on this map is only 40, and I probably played it the least out of all the World at War maps, but I had the Panzerschrek to save me, and the thing is actually pretty good. If you've never pack punched it and you played a Reese, you should. It's actually decent once you get a pack punch, but it's still a big risk to use. And then at the end of that round, I went to pack punch my carbine, and this thing actually becomes full auto, but it has no ammo in it, so it's not that great. And on round 14, I kind of just started using the guns, because I got more used to the splash damage of Panzerschrek to know when I could and could not shoot it, and things started going pretty well. I was just kind of sitting up here a decent amount of time. I would use the Witter shins on the ones that got close and the Panzerschrek on the ones that got far, but I got pushed up to the catwalk, and the Panzerschrek actually just handled things. The thing's actually pretty good for a little while. So at the start of every round, I would sit up near double tap and then drop down once the zombies were starting to get close to me, and I would just kind of shoot the Panzerschrek at them as they would come. And then right here, just like in all World at War games, I died because I got completely stuck to a zombie and I could not run past him at all, and I had no gun to save myself. And after that death, I did do some more attempts of this, but I didn't want to do that many just because there's not that many different guns I can use, so it'd kind of just be the same thing over and over. But I did decide to try it again, and I managed to get the carbine on literally my first box hit, so that's pretty lucky for this challenge, I guess. And for the next couple rounds, I just stood around the power area, hitting the box over and over, trying to get bad guns. And I literally moved the box before I could get any other bad guns. Why do I never get bad guns when I actually want them? And you remember earlier when I said that the dogs were some of the hardest part of this challenge? Yeah, they were really freaking hard. Because the Kar 98K would do basically nothing to them. I ran out of ammo in the carbine, and the things were apparently faster than me, so they caught up to me and killed me. And despite me dying to the dogs and then slamming my headset down and one of the headphones not working for a couple minutes, but I decided to try again despite that, and I got the Gewehr. And for any challenge I do, if I get monkeys, I always count them as a free spin. So right here, I got them, and I just pick them up. I always count them as a free spin. They're always allowed because they're not really a gun. And this clip might trigger you, but here goes the Wunderwaffe going away in the box while I'm holding a Kar 98K. Enjoy that. I bet all the Wunderwaffe lovers are crying right now. Apparently the Gewehr, or Gewehr, however you say that, is the worst gun in history for killing dogs, because I was knifing them and killing them more efficiently than with this thing. This thing is actually the worst at killing dogs. I don't know if I was like missing somehow, but this thing was actually just not dealing damage to them, and I almost died to them again.